Hello everyone, Lipnox VR here, and today we're talking Applab. Got 10 Applab games I'm taking a look at today, and believe me, they'll be in part 2 of this. I got more games I need to cover. But to keep it from getting too intense on you guys, I figured I'd limit this video to 10. The first game I want to talk about, I've had it for a little bit of time here. It's called Medieval Designer, and it's kind of like taking Skyrim, but getting rid of all the game part, and just making it customizing your house areas. You can walk around the town itself, but it's all fogged, and while each different house is its own thing, it's kind of almost like each house is its own save file, in a way. But you can customize the town, you can customize, the rooms, you can place all this stuff. There's a ton of objects you can place, and there's a button so you can hold things so that things stay in place where they want, or you can just let them go and let gravity do its thing. It's kind of cool, but it's very much a niche product. So if this is your niche, you should probably support it. I don't know if it's my niche, but it is a well-made product for the most part, being an Applab release. The hands are quite weird though, and I'm not huge about the music, but you know what, you're not going to get these kind of games, so if you like this, support it. Alright, and here we go, baby hands, and you know what, I actually bought this myself. I kind of want to just play this game. Like, I didn't really feel like doing a video, but hey, I'm doing this Applab video, so why not? And you know what? Baby Hands is, admittedly, I think it's kind of one of those meme kind of games, but when it comes to being an Applab game, even though the price tag is a little bit high at $20, there's content everywhere in this, and it really doesn't feel at all restricted being on the Quest. If anything, it feels like it's removing itself of restrictions. There's games you can play, there's all this stuff you can trigger, there's puzzles, there are activities. There's a ton of content to this, and you kind of get rewarded by figuring it all out, figure out how to get that last game. But this is definitely one of those games you hop in to have fun and just do stupid stuff. If you got younger players, they're probably going to enjoy this more than the older players, but if you're a kid like me, or a kid at heart like me, you're probably going to like this one. So yeah, Baby Hands. Check it out. Next game. So this is this poncho game where you're basically doing almost Red Dead Redemption style shootouts. Basically draw your gun first in some levels. But in other levels, you know, you just people keep coming. There's one level you're riding down a train or whatever. This is a very short game and a very, very easy game. There's some upgrades you can purchase as well, but it's probably like, you know, like maybe, I don't know, 10, 15 minutes, 20 minutes that you just sort of keep repeating how many times you want. But I don't know, I had fun with this game. I think it's a cool game. It's not the best game ever, but it's not the highest price ever. If this looks like something you might enjoy, I was pleasantly surprised when I played this and had a really good time. It is super easy though, seriously. Alright, so next we have FigureOut, and this is there's a puzzle game where you can put the blocks in, and it's sort of like, oh, here's this many blocks, and this is the shape of blocks, and you gotta fit them in the right thing, you pick the right blocks. I originally played this game on the channel way back, I believe episode maybe 2 or 3 of my side quest stuff, Lipnox SQ stuff. Boy, that was a while ago. But this game is, back then it was hand tracking, this version's not hand tracking, this is the Rift version that was available, being ported over. It's pretty cool, fun, I don't know if it's cool, it's a fun experience. You can add your own music, I believe, I think. Pretty sure you can add your own music. But yeah, it's a fun game, like match blocks and everything. It's not expensive, it's well made, it's all refined. So yeah, check this one out. I definitely would recommend this one if you're into what this looks like. Alright, and we have another very, very, very niche game where it's actually got a pretty good following from my understanding. But this is one that, there's this one and there's another one. The other one will be on the next video, because I was having that weird glitch where my system wasn't updated all the way and the games don't work. Yeah, if you're having issues with your games not starting, Applab games or whatever, make sure you're on the newest update. That could be an issue why some of the games crash when you try to start them. But this is basically a sailing boat racing game, I guess, and it's got really complex controls, and you kind of need to know how to do sailing or spend a lot of time learning how to do it in this game to really get the most out of this game. I eventually figured it out to the point where I could do the race, but I didn't find it fun, and it kind of, I mean, it looks good, but it's, if you like whatever the sailboat racing, you're loving this right now. If you don't know anything about sailboats, this is not some easy to get into arcade experience. I would recommend it only for those that are hardcore into sailing and know how to sail already and know all the ins and outs, because I just don't think this game is good enough to bother spending several hours trying to learn how to sail to just race the sailboats. But you know, it's cool enough, but it's not for me. So Unstung, this is this bee flower game, and I'm not gonna lie, I tried to have fun with this, but I do not like this game at all. This game is you basically build these paths so that the bees or whatever go back and forth to the flowers and to the pollen or whatever to pollinate the flowers, and eventually you get to like a boss kind of thing. But it's just, you're just drawing pathways for them to go, and it kind of feels like that airplane game where you designed your own flight paths. But I think this game is very unique. I think it's got some polish in the art style and the design. I just didn't like playing it at all. I didn't have any fun. I don't want to play it anymore, and that's Unstung, so maybe you'll like this. I did not. Alright, so Omega Blade. Covered this a while ago and did my own full review, so I don't know how much I want to talk about this right now, but it has had some big updates, and it's added a whole lot more content to it, and it's changed the price tag around. So I'm gonna say basically, if you like the idea of standing in a circle and shooting things, this is a pretty good one at doing that. It has some different weapons, different varieties, and different areas you're shooting stuff in. The developer seems committed to trying to make this a great game. I would say just do that. You know, just I would say just buy this. It's fun. It's good. You know, it's not expensive right now. It's got the high scores to mess around with. It's not the perfect game, but you know what? This is Applab. I think this is a pretty solid title now, concerning the price tag. The old price tag, not so much. New price tag, yeah, definitely. But yeah, you got swords, you got guns, you got all deflecting things. You know, go check out my full review. Alright, so travel the words. Kind of like travel the world, the words. Fun play on words. But this is a word search game in VR, and that's weird enough as it is, and I did already cover this in my other side quest video, but now it's on Applab, so I kind of wanted to recover it. And I wanted to show up this pirate level, because it's so cool how you just choose the word, and it's like building the things for you and showing you where that word is. And then it's got another part where it is like an art museum, and whatever word you guess, it'll be like all these different famous artists. Well, their artwork will appear all around you on the things, and that looks really, really cool. It's got this weird shoot 'em up thing too, where you're shooting the words when you get like a secret special word, and it makes some really cool like hints and tips when you're guessing these words. So it kind of gives you a little bit of learning lessons. You know, if you got maybe a 10-year-old that needs to freshen up his word things, and he's wearing the headset. I know the recommended age. I don't know. You don't need to roast me in the comments below. I know you guys are so intense with ages. But you know what? Whatever age it is, if you like word searches or whatever, this has got some educational value. It's got some fun value. It's a pretty cool game, and you know what? I've played this like 3 different times, and every time I play it, I have fun. So yeah, I'll give it a recommendation. Okay, so TripeaksDreamland. I bought this way back because I wanted solitaire in VR. I know, I'm weird, I buy the card games in VR, but I was blown away by how beautiful the environment I spawned in was. I'm like, oh, this is far better production values than I expected. This looks super top of the line. Like, this looks really, really good for Quest across the board. And not only that, but you can import your own music like the other game. It's actually made by the same developer of that FigureOut game. But the downside is it's not actually solitaire. It's this other TripeaksDreamland solitaire game, which is totally different. Well, maybe not totally different, but it's different. You can't play regular solitaire. I played a little bit of this. I was clearly figuring it out, but I just don't care for TripeaksDreamland solitaire. I don't know what this to me is. Just click random stuff until the game ends. I'm sure it's cool for some people that love TripeaksDreamland solitaire, but my biggest flaw with this game is that it's TripeaksDreamland solitaire, not actual solitaire. I'd love it if you added in regular solitaire to this. That would be definitely... I'd be playing this all the time. But even as it is now, if you like TripeaksDreamland solitaire, this is a pretty cool game. So TripeaksDreamland solitaire, check it out if you like that. That's the 10 though. Hope you guys enjoyed this rundown of these Applab games, and hope hope you guys stick around for part 2 there. We'll do some more of these Applab games. It'll probably be a part 3. I mean, the way these Applab games are coming out, it'll be part 1000 in the end of the year. It's coming out a bunch of these every single year. I mean, every single day. Anyways, thank you guys for hanging out with me. Like, comment, and subscribe. Seriously, those comments and likes help the channel a ton. Anyways, thank you all. I'm out of here.